The Boeing CH-47 Chinook is an American twin-engine, tandem-rotor, heavy-lift helicopter developed by American rotorcraft company Vertol and manufactured by Boeing Vertol. The CH-47 is among the heaviest lifting Western helicopters. Its top speed is 302 km per hour and one unit costs around $35 million US. Its variants include the Boeing Chinook UK variants, and over 1200 of these are built. On 25th of May in the year of 2019, that is last year, we have acquired the Chinook helicopters into the Indian Air Force. The induction of these Chinook helicopters was taken up at the Air Force Station Chandigarh. So to get more in detail about many such important updates and important information, let us begin with the defense updates of 26th and 27th of May 2020. Before beginning, I would like to tell you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. It is one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and Indian Air Force, Airman Group X and Group Y. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram and directly visit us through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can download our app from Google Play Store where you can have each and every defense related information, examination related study material, content and all sorts of videos and information in your hand. Beginning with the question of the day that I have posted day before yesterday on 25th of May 2020, and the question was, who is constructing the indigenous aircraft carrier 1 of India? Who is constructing the indigenous aircraft carrier 1 of India? And the answer for this is the Cochin shipyard, which is there at Kochi in Kerala. This is known as INS Vikrant. Whichever we are speaking about as indigenous aircraft carrier 1, this is named as INS Vikrant, and this is a very important aircraft carrier under construction by the Cochin shipyard in Kochi for Indian Navy. This is the first aircraft carrier to be built in India, and the name Vikrant means courageous. The motto of this ship, this is written here, which means Jayema Samyuddhi Spridha, which means Jayema Samyuddhi Spridha, which means I defeat those who fight against me. This is taken from Rig Veda. Going on with the first and foremost important defense update is that about the Army Commanders Conference in 2020. This is the first phase of the conference being scheduled from today, that is 27th to 29th of May 2020 in the South Block. And the second phase is in the last week of the June 2020. The apex level leadership of Indian Army will brainstorm on current emerging security and administrative changes and chart the future course. And the next important update is that our Raksha Mantri, the Defense Minister Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, he speaks with the Australian Defense Minister over phone on mitigating COVID-19 today in early morning hours. Shri Rajnath Singh informed Mrs. Linda Reynolds, the Defense Minister of Australia, on India's contribution to international efforts against COVID-19, and they even discussed the areas of cooperation in the global fight against the pandemic. And along with that, they even discussed about few bilateral defense security initiatives and all sorts of agreement that are there between India and Australia regarding the concept of defense. Going on with the next important update is about OASIS, which is being launched by the Indian Army only for the officers. OASIS is an abbreviation and its full form is Officers Automated and Structured Information System. It has been launched by the Indian Army on their own intranet. OASIS will facilitate the officers to view their service records. They can raise observations and can view and download the monthly statements of accounts and all sort of things, including Form 60 and DSOP fund statements and all. It is purely related to the things which are related to the officers which are currently working in the Indian Army and the future commissioned officers of the Indian Army. Going on with the next important update is about the Canadian Army is going to equip its ACSVs. What are ACSVs? They are Armored Combat Support Vehicles, and these are going to be equipped with the newest generation remote weapon station. What is that remote weapon station? It is known as RWS, or the Protector Remote Weapon Station, and these are being done by the General Dynamics Land Systems of the Canada and the Kongsberg Defense and Aerospace. And this contract has been signed for the delivery of the RWS, which will be integrated in the Canada's fleet of the armored combat support vehicles. Going on with the next important update is that the German submarine U-33 operates under NATO command in the Eastern Baltic Sea. Why is this very important for us to consider, sir? This is a patrol which is part of the NATO assurance measures focused on monitoring the activities of the Russian fleet. Something which is purely related to NATO is something which is opposing the Russia's fleet, and U-33 is one of the first German submarines detached to the marine communications for this purpose in the Baltic Sea. Germany participating in the NATO missions is at the Baltic Sea. This is for the first time, and U-33 is the first German submarine being incorporated here in this particular issue. This is a very important one for us to know. Next important update is that the senior Indian and Chinese military commanders are in talks to defuse the situation at LAC. The talks are going on at the line of actual control. No compromise will be made regarding maintaining the sanctity of India's borders, and that while India believes in peace, it is firm and resolute when it comes to the defense of our territory. However, this is not the first time that the Chinese army has taken an aggressive posture in this region and can provoke a face-off with the Indian troops since the 1962 India-China war. However, this is not the first time the Chinese army has taken an aggressive posture. So there was a Sikkim in 2008, Depsang in 2013, Chumar in 2014, Doklam by the far since the 1962 in the recent 2017. China has not been comfortable with the construction of the Darbuk Shiok Dibio road in the Indian sign of LAC, and the construction of 255-kilometer road began in 2000 and was to be completed by 2014. But after several hiccups, the entire road finally was ready for the use recently. If this face-off in the eastern Ladakh is a similar strategy, then sources indicate that the Indian Army is well prepared for bringing in the required forces to ensure that its national security is not compromised even for a minute. China has built up its forces along its side of LAC, as it is evidenced from the satellite imagery available in open source intelligence data. Going on with the next important update is that number 18 squadron of the Indian Air Force has been operationalized today. A separate video has been made by SSB Crack Exams regarding this. What is the history of the number 18 squadron of Indian Air Force, and this whole squadron is going to be equipped with the LCA Tejas aircrafts. What is the speciality of the LCA Tejas, and what sorts of special aerodynamic features does it possess? What history does this particular squadron have? All of them have been discussed in a separate video. Please go through our channel for more details about it. Today, the special news is that the Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal RKS Bhadauria sir has flew the LCA Tejas fighter this morning with 45 Squadron at Air Force Station Sulur. He's on a visit to the station for operationalization of the 18th Squadron of the Indian Air Force. Going on with the next important update is about remembering Operation Safed Sagar. Indian Air Force has launched Operation Safed Sagar in support of the mobilization of the Indian Land Forces on 26th of May 1999. Operation Safed Sagar was the code name assigned to the Indian Air Force's strike support to the ground troops during Operation Vijay, that was aimed to flush out regular and irregular troops of the Pakistani army from the vacated Indian positions in the Kargil sector along the line of control. It was the first large-scale anytime air war that was fought at such high altitudes globally, with the targets being 6 to 18,000 feet above mean sea level. And this is the first large-scale use of air power in the Jammu and Kashmir region since the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971. This is a very important one for us to know. On 26th of May, a go-ahead was given by the Cabinet Committee on Security, and Indian Air Force has started its strike role in the occupation of the Kargil sector in the Jammu and Kashmir region. Going on with the next important news is about remembering Operation Vijay 2. 21 years ago, India-Pakistan Kargil war along LOC, India has acquired from Zojila to Turtuk Siachen for evicting the Pakistani intrusion, and this was fought above 12,000 feet, something which is very daring and which is very brave one upon the side of the Indian Army, and for each and every Indian citizen to know. Indian Armed Forces have fought legendary battles, braving harshest terrain and weather. And going on with the next most important prominent update that I was discussing in the introductory session with you, it was on 25th of March on 2019, Indian Air Force formally inducted the CH-47F Chinook heavy lift helicopters into its inventory at Air Force Station Chandigarh. Air Chief Marshal at that time, Birendra Singh Dhanwa, PVSM, AVSM, YSM, VM, ADC. To get more in detail about what is the full form of these, I can say the Param Vishishta Seva Medal, Ati Vishishta Seva Medal, Yudh Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal and IDCAM. The chief of the air staff at that point was the chief guest for this event, and the event was attended by various other dignitaries too, along with the defense minister at that time. Next important are about the important updates that are going on the western and eastern sides of the Indian territory. The troops of Indian Army in a joint operation with Assam Police has busted one more recruitment racket of the United Liberation Front of Assam ULFA Independent, and they have rescued a miner from Charaidio district of Upper Assam yesterday. Pakistan Army on Tuesday, it has resorted to firing and shelling on forward areas along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri district, drawing befitting retaliation from the Indian soldiers, and that has been a very important update on that day. Now that is it about the most important updates for us to consider, friends. Going on with a quick review of the topics we have learned. The first and foremost question is, which operation saw the first large-scale use of air power in Jammu and Kashmir since Indo-Pakistani War of 1971? The answer for this is Operation Safed Sagar. Going on with the other operations, Operation Safed Sagar is an operation which is there to help Operation Vijay. Operation Parakram is something different, and if you want to know much more in detail about Operation Parakram, you can even watch our video on the integrated battle groups. There we have discussed in detail about this particular operation. Going on with the next important question, on 25th of March 2019, Indian Air Force formally inducted the CH-47 Chinook heavy lift helicopters into its inventory at which Air Force station? The answer for this is Air Force Station, Chandigarh. Next question is, the German submarine U-33 recently operated under the NATO command in which sea to review the activities of the Russian fleet? The answer for this is the Baltic Sea. To be more precise, this is the Eastern Baltic Sea. Next question is, the Defense Minister of Australia is Linda Reynolds. The Defense Minister of Australia is Linda Reynolds. Senator Mathias Cormann is the Finance Minister of Australia. Dan Tehan is the Education Minister of Australia, and David Littleproud is the Agriculture Minister of Australia. Going on, the next important question is, indigenous aircraft carrier 1 or INS Vikrant is being constructed at which particular shipyard? It is the Cochin Shipyard Limited. Now we have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, on May of 27, 1999, 21 years back on this particular day, during Operation Safed Sagar, Indian Air Force has sent which aircraft on the Indian side of LOC on a photo reconnaissance mission? On May 27, 1999, during Operation Safed Sagar, Indian Air Force has sent which aircraft on the Indian side of LOC on a photo reconnaissance mission? The answer for this and the speciality of that particular aircraft will be explained to you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Download our app from the Google Play Store where you can have each and every important information and you can keep your preparation on progress. Last but not the least, stay home, stay safe, and Jai Hind.